Bravo. Charles grants royal titles to Archie and Lilibet. Brits labelled this a slap to Harry's face. Lilibet, Lily Diana and Archie Harrison have been tipped to receive royal titles from Prince Charles, according to a royal biographer. Prince Charles is expected to grant official royal titles to his grandchildren, Archie Harrison and Lilibet Diana, despite their father Prince Harry's ongoing feud with the royal family. Royal expert has shared that both Archie and Lilibet may be crowned as prince and princess once Charles ascends the throne, with the issue of their titles being on the top of his list. Royal author Andrew Morton expressed that Archie and Lilibet's titles will come even as their father Prince Harry is relegated to the sidelines if he continues his feud with the royal family, particularly with Prince Charles and Prince William. The big irony in all of this is that when Prince Charles comes to the throne, one of the first things he will be asked to do is to make Lilibet a princess and Archie a prince. So, whilst Harry will be cast in the darkness, his children will have royal titles. You could have Prince Harry distanced from the head of state, unable to get an appointment unlike now when he can just jump the queue. And these titles could be handed out during the next king's reign while Prince Harry is further relegated to the sidelines of the royal family. Unless the Duke of Sussex bridges the gap between himself and Prince Charles and Prince William over the next few years, he may lose his chief ally within the firm when the Queen dies, as Harry is believed to have remained very close to the monarch even after stepping down as a working member of the royal family. Mr. Morton added when Prince Charles becomes king, he will be the fount of all honours and will be able to grant titles as gifts, much like the Queen has done during her reign. It's going to be interesting to see which title they will get. And Lilibet will be the first American-born princess. While the sovereign is indeed the source of all honours, the letters patent issued in 1917 during the reign of King George V established only the grandchildren of the monarch in the male line should receive titles. The Act provided an exception for one of the great-grandchildren of the monarch in the male line, saying the eldest son of the Prince of Wales, who currently is Prince George, should also receive a title. The issue of titles for the children of Prince Harry and Meghan was raised during the Sussexes' interview with Oprah Winfrey. Speaking about conversations happening behind closed doors, Meghan claimed unnamed people at the palace were saying they didn't want Archie to be a prince and that he wasn't going to receive security. Meghan added she didn't care much about the title itself, but rather wanted for her son the protection coming with the honor. She then seemed to acknowledge the letters patent by King George V, saying, "The idea of our son not being safe, and also the idea of the first member of color in this family not being titled in the same way that other grandchildren would be." You know, the other piece of that conversation is, there's a convention that when you're the grandchild of the monarch, so when Harry's dad becomes king, automatically Archie and our next baby would become prince or princess, or whatever they were going to be. Following his birth, Archie would have been entitled to the courtesy title of Earl of Dumbarton, deriving from the title Harry holds in Scotland, but reports that emerged at the time of his birth claimed the Sussexes had decided against using it. Speaking to Ms. Winfrey, Meghan said it was not our decision to make when asked about having her son styled as a prince.